let's talk about the simple gospel. The one that saves people. It's called the gospel of what? Salvation. It's so sad that even the church, modern church, don't know the message that saves anymore. We preach everything except that message Jesus asks us to take to the world. Hey, Romans chapter 1 verse 16, you know that powerful scripture. I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God. No, keep. Okay, I will read this one. You go back to the other translation. It is the power of God unto salvation to everyone that what? Believe. T.L. Osborne said, I don't pray down the power. I preach out the power. The power is in the message. If a church is powerless, check what you're preaching. The power is in the message. The power is in the message. There is an atomic power trapped in that message if you know how to. If you know what it is and how to release it. How to wield that power. Okay, give me that other translation. I am not ashamed of this good news about Christ. It is God's powerful method of bringing all who believe to heaven or to salvation. This message was preached first to the Jews alone and now to everyone. Everyone is invited to come to God in the same way. God's means of saving the world. Okay, God gave us an assignment to save the nations, to save the world. He didn't give us an army. He didn't give us a bank account. I didn't hear, behold, I give unto you billions. How much did Jesus leave for his disciples? A task, a global mission. The destiny of the nations, all the nations of the earth in our hands. And what is the means? He didn't leave us an air force equipped with the most deadly ballistic missiles like Iran and all that. He didn't leave us a nuclear weapon. He didn't leave us. He left us with a power that has the ability to win the world. If we are losing Anambra, we have to check what we're preaching. And it's the same message. It works for every generation when it's welded with his power. I've taken it to whites, I've taken it to blacks, I've taken it to Indians, I've taken it to all kinds. I have tested it across continents. It produces the same transformational effect. 1 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 18. Now, what is this thing he's calling the gospel, the good news? What is it? Now, he gives us further insight into it. 1 Corinthians 1 verse 18. No, I need the proper, King James. For the preaching of the cross. For the preaching of what? Is to them that perish foolishness. But to us that are saved, it is what? The power of God. You see, second time he's telling you where the power is. I want to repeat. Tell us to say, I don't pray down the power. You're looking for the power of God. I preach it out. Actually, he said, you explode it like bombs. It's in the message. It's in the message. There's a power God gave to us as preachers. There's a power God gave to us as believers. Is the power to shape people's future, to shape people's destiny, to shape outcomes in people's life by what we sow and seed into them. If the result is not what you want, look at the seed. The power of the gospel is also the power of seed. And seeds are energy. When you are speaking, you are not just communicating. You are releasing energy. Energy that has the ability to create what you are saying. The gospel is not just giving people information. It's different from classroom work. The gospel is creative. The gospel is regenerative. The gospel is reproductive. The gospel is catalytic. The gospel is explosive. And the power of the seed is ultimate power, because contained in it is the end result. So if the result is a lot of corn, the seed must be corn. If what I'm getting is, I don't like it, I have to go to what I'm sowing. So you can seed people for greatness. You can seed, I'm talking about seed, the gospel. You can seed people for prosperity. You can seed people for holiness. You can seed people for love. You want a church that works in love, that will cooperate. You can seed people for unity. You can seed people for revival. You can seed people for prayer. If your people are not praying, you are not seeding them for it. Don't expect a harvest where you have not planted the right seed. It's like those days when men used to blame women. When you have girls again, and then you want a boy, you blame your wife. I said, no. The woman has the soil, what they call the incubator, the womb. The man has the seed. It's what you put in there that she gave you. What the soil does is to incubate what is planted, mature it, and deliver the harvest to you. That's what the incubator does. The incubator does not change the sex of the egg. The incubator will just incubate what is inside and give it to you in a harvest form. So the hearts of people are incubators. The hearts of people are soil. Jesus taught the parable of the sower and talked about 4 types of soil. The hearts are soil. But the man that sows the seed is the preacher. The farmer is the preacher. Don't come to the same land where you planted corn and you are trying to harvest yam. If you see your neighbor harvesting prosperity, financial, he seeded his people for it. Don't go to the pulpit and start harassing people. Teach them. Use teaching and training to solve all ministry problems. It's after that you can now talk about the exception to the rule. Yeah. Even in a poultry with 1,000 chicks, and you're trying to grow them, I know that it's possible that you can have 1 or 2 that died. Here is the point here that Paul is trying to make. In medicine, in pharmacology, when in designing of drugs to treat people, you have what is called the active ingredient. And then sometimes there are other things you add to the drug, it doesn't cure. It's just to help the patient swallow the drugs. So it might be sweeteners, like you can use honey. When a person takes the drug, he takes all of this. But these other ones have nothing to do with the sickness. There is a particular compound inside the drug that is the one that goes after the disease and cures it. When it comes to the gospel, the cross is the active ingredient. Jump up and down, talk about whatever you like. When you finish, you don't understand how to deploy the cross, you don't have the power of the gospel. I'm talking about the saving gospel. I'm talking about salvation, so that when people receive it, they are transformed, they are changed, and they are truly saved. You know, the multitudes are being preyed upon because the ones sent don't even know how to wield the message anymore. Everybody say the preaching of the cross. Oh, let's say it in a different. Say the message of the cross. Might be foolishness to those that perish, but to every man that is saved, it is the power. So the power is in the cross. The power is in the cross. The power is the cross. The power is the cross. The power is the cross. Say with me, the power is the cross.